glad you're here. I have a fun video for you today. I have a journal flip I want to share, and this is all new to me. This is all new style thing. So I hope you like it. If you're new to my channel, my name is Marlene. If you like this video, thumbs up would be nice, and if you really like it, I would appreciate your subscription. I'm trying to reach my 1,000 subbies. That's like a big goal of mine, so let's see what happens. So anyway, I've been inspired by lots of people. I've always worked with whites and creams, and kind of been afraid of color in my journals and stuff, but I broke my fear. I'm free. I can use color and I'm good. This is my first time making a journal this small. Well, it's not small, it's like 5.5 by 10.5. It's hard to tell with all the laces and trim, but my journals used to be like really long, big, and this is, I love this size. I don't know why I've never tried this size before. I love it. I just love it. So I think from now on I'm going to stick to this size until I get bored and try something else. So anyway, let me get started. It's a one signature journal. I'm going to list all the details over 70 something pages or 80 something. I forgot. But I'm going to list everything, all the measurements, everything over at my Etsy store. I only made 2 of these, and I'm trying to find my comfort zone because between my Etsy store and I want to create 2 because, you know, that's like an outlet. I have to find a happy medium. I used to do like 4 or 5 journals at a time. I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. If I do something, I'm going to try to do just 2 because I want to keep it where I'm happy and not stressed out that I have to like get them done and all that. So I only made 2, and I'm going to be listing them. Probably by the time you see this video, they've already been listed. Okay, so let's get started. Like I said, it's just one signature, and I'm so happy. I loved how it turned out. Let me bring it up close to show you some of the details on the side before we open it up. I had so much fun with this. Sometimes you work on a project and it's like you never want it to end. There's lots of cute little goodies hanging from the side. I'm gonna have pictures. I have a bead over here. I have this charm that I alcohol inked, and this is just from old jewelry that I collect, and I think they look really great in these little boho journals. I have another little bead over here which I really like. There's this one over here. I really like that one, like a lot. I hope it'll, let's see if it'll focus on this one. Yeah, there you go. Oh, now let us focus. I'm going to show you around so you can see. And here for the closure, it just kind of ties around. And here I altered my sister. One of my sisters gave me this a few years back. She gave me a whole bunch of these hearts. They're like mother of pearl or shells, or I don't know, but they're so pretty. And what I did is that I added a bail and a bead cap, and I kind of turned them into a charm. I've had them for years because I had so many of them. I only have a few left, but I gave a lot of them away, and I've been using them for quite a few years, but I thought it would look perfect with the white of the trim that I'm using to tie the book with. So yep, here it is, and this is the side, and then at the end of the little, I put these little buttons. They just sound so nice. So let's open her up and let me show you. So this is, just has one of those little, make sure I'm on frame, one of those little ball pins. It just comes off. I should make more of these. And then this just comes off. This is not sari. This is just how do you call it, organza material, and it's real frayed, and it has a lot of strings coming out of everywhere, which is awesome. Okay, see. Okay, let's do this. Let's get started. Well, on the front, I'm gonna try to explain everything. What I added here is an envelope. I'll show you. This whole thing comes off like that, and this is the actual front of the journal. Look how beautiful that paper back there. This is from Ruby and Pearl. I'm going to list everybody that I use because there's just so many people and so many principles that I'm probably going to miss people if I don't mention them. So I'm going to try to list everyone that I can underneath. But let me see if I can bring it up so you can see it. See, I have like this material. It's sewn on all the way around. So you can barely see the paper on the bottom. You know, it's like see-through, but the printable is a lot brighter. I did some collaging. Like this is some collaging that I did. And there's more collaging down here that I did. And I love that trim. And then here there's like a little button. And then the back, this is from a piece of tapestry that I found. I'm putting a new kit together, a new boho kit, and it's going to have some of this fabric. This is also from Ruby and Pearl. This is her collage, which I love, so I put it in the back. You can see some of the stitching. And then this is a very old, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a very old trim. And it's so pretty. I tea-dyed it. So I have it all the way around the edge. So, yep. But this is the actual front. So I left enough blank space so that I can do my layers on the front. So now let me show you what I have in my layers. First of all, I made a tag, which I really like, which is this tag. And then the back, it's got grit paper, which you can write on and everything. I'm going to put the link of the store on Etsy that I use some of my sari stuff that I love. Actually, there's several of them, but there's one in particular that I really like. I'm going to link everybody underneath, okay? Here I did, like I said, I did the collage myself. This is a piece of sari. This is a piece of sari. This tiny little piece is from the edge of this sari. And this material here I love. I love, love, love. I don't have a whole lot left. So this is the tag. There's a gold paper clip with the little charm that holds everything together. I made this little pouch out of the same fabric. Just, you know, simple. I didn't do a hem around, or I didn't do like a hem all the way around. I just did the size. This is a printable too, so it's like a little mini journal. It comes out like that. This is a printable, and I'll link it underneath. I put some sari at the end, and I just have like a single stitch, you know, like a regular stitching. And I did a little collage there, as you can see. And I just added a few things to it, just to make it pretty. I love it. I figure it's supposed to be like a Valentine's theme, but everything that's Valentine, I kind of made a conscious effort that everything that's Valentine-y or whatever, it can't be removed. So it doesn't have to be a Valentine's journal. It could be a journal about anything you like, a one event journal or even a garden journal, anything you want it can be. But like this is removable. You'll see all the other stuff, you can remove it. So if you don't want to keep it, I think it looks pretty just like that. So I added a few little things. Here I made a little, this is from the same company, and there's a little journaling secret little spot back here. Then it closes up like that. This is something I added. But look how pretty this paper is. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. Look how pretty. And that goes back in the little pouch. I'll put that in later. And then all the way on the bottom, I had this envelope that I made. I loved how this envelope turned out. I think what gave it a perfect touch, because I thought it was missing something, it was this doily that I had tea-dyed. I think I needed a little something. This is also a printable from another company. It's from another store, not that same store. I'll link that underneath also. And then that's the back. Isn't that pretty? I love this collage printable. And then here this is from an old blouse. You know that a lot of my trims and things that I find, they're all salvage. So this is from an old blouse, and I just ripped the strips off and made a little ruffle. And this little piece is from this trim, part of this trim. So I just added it on here. And then in this envelope, I just went ahead and sewed the size, which I did in white, which I'm not going to do again. I'm going to try to use a different color stitching. This is another printable. And back here is another printable. And I'm going to link all these underneath. And this I think I found online somewhere. I love it. It's so pretty, especially because it says love story. So that goes in here. Okay, so that's what's out on the outside. So now let's open her up. Like I said, I love this trim. I really did the layering here. So I got this trim, I got the pink, and then I have this same tapestry right here. Okay, and then I have a little piece of this tapestry here, and I just flipped it. Sometimes the inside out part of the fabric is just as pretty as the fabric itself. Okay, so you open her up, and I usually seal these strings. They drive me nuts. Wait a minute, guys, let me cut them. I usually don't like to put anything in the inside pocket, like in the inside page right here, because I think that's kind of personal. Like the owner should do that, not me. But I couldn't help it this time. The back, this is from another company, another printable. I'm going to link that too. The front and the back is from another printable. I was just looking for the perfect shades of red and pink, and I found them like within different companies. So I did that. I did a little collage up here. This is the Tim Holtz tape. I have a vintage little crochet that I turned into a little doily. That was not a doily. It was kind of like a little tiny runner that I turned into a little pocket. And then I did some sewing. And then here I did a little collage. And I found this. This is mine. I found it somewhere. Let's see if I can bring it up so you can see it. I love that. It's like on a little book that you write, like a little notebook, and then on the top it said that. So I thought that was so appropriate, and I just backed it up with some gold little fabric back there. And then in this pocket, I have this tag. This is so old that it's like falling apart. I don't know if you can see it. It is so frayed. It's a handkerchief, but look how fragile that is. It's beautiful. I had it in this box, and in the box I had one of those little sachets that it just smells delicious. So I have this tag. I have a little printable that I have to fold so it would fit, and then I have this is a free image that I found online with a little something here at the edge. Actually, this is part of this trim here that I was able to salvage that little piece. So that is the first page. This is a printable. I want to say this is Ruby and Pearl, but I'm not 100% sure. But I'll link all that underneath. This is another printable. I think this is a free printable. I'm not sure, but I'll look into it, and if it isn't, I'll link it underneath. By free printable, that means that I just go on Pinterest and just look up free printables, and then if I find something, I use it. So that one. This is a small little music sheet. This is from a magazine. I found this really nice magazine that had a lot of Valentine stuff, so I added it on here. I have a book that I love that is to make stained glass, like designs for stained glass, and I love that book so much, so I stuck a few little pages in here. This is a pretty printable. This is one of those floating pockets that we did together. Let me move back a little bit. I think, yeah, one of those floating pockets, and it's being held by this little. This is like a pin, like a hairpin. I was gonna put a little something here, but there's so much going on, like a bead or some sparkly thing. There's so much going on in this book in this journal that I was like, no, I'm not. This is a floating pocket. I backed it up. And it's super cute. This is a printable. I'm going to link that underneath also. Two little printables here, and then there's a little printable here, and you can put it either way if you want. And then here I did just a tiny little collage and more of that ruffled satin material. And then you turn it around, and this is a printable that I also found. I think this is a free printable also, and I added a little bit of the Tim Holtz tape on the side, and a little, I used a lot of Tracy Fox's label. I'm not sure if this is one of her labels, but They're all throughout the book, and I'll link her Etsy store underneath. I love her little labels, are so cute. This is from that magazine here. I did a little collage with this fabric that's in the front right here, and this burgundy sari is beautiful. This is all tea-dyed. Oh, and a lot of the blank pages, I used 2 of my favorite stamps that I love. Let me see, I should have been ready. Let me see if I can show them to you. I should have been ready, and okay, sorry about that. These 2 stamps are my favorite background stamps, and I love wooden stamps. These are so old. I mean, they're not that old, but I've had them for a long time. And so I did use some of it in the background, just so that it's not just plain. I kind of mingle it, interlaps them. Here's a little printable that I did a little collage and another little ticket. And here up here is more of that vintage little handkerchief that's like falling apart. It's so pretty. And then here on this paper clip, I have a little bead that I salvaged from something else. This little thing we did together on another video, I'll link it underneath. So I put this here, and it's just the back. There's nothing, it's not a real envelope. I found it online. It's so pretty. It's a printable, and then I thought the green went really well with that, so that's why I put it here, right here. This is a printable magazine page, music sheet. See some of that stamping. I don't know if you can see it. Let me bring it up a little bit to see. See how faint it looks. It looks so pretty. I need to tea dye more paper. And then this is the back. Well, this is the back. This is the front of that material that I told you that I'm going to put in one of my bundles, my upcoming bundles. I just went ahead and cut the little swag and added this little bead, this little red bead. I was looking for red beads, and I didn't have a lot. And another one of those little puffy hearts that goes right there. Look how pretty. This was from a magazine, and I love it. This is another printable. This is that pantry door tag that we did together, that you guys saw me do. And in case you haven't seen that video, this is what I have in there. This was a lot of fun to make. And then down here I put a little pin with 2 vintage little white buttons, a little black pin. I know there's like 2 pins, but I love working with pins. This is a printable that I just added a little more red on the bottom. Magazine. Here I just used a strip of, actually the side of the material had like a little hem type of thing. So I wanted to use every inch of it. I wanted to salvage every inch of this fabric because I like it so much. So I just had that one strip left, and I thought of breaking it up and chopping it up, and I was like, no, I'm going to use it just like that, and I like it then. And this is another printable music sheet, more of my book. Another printable, some sari trim down here. Let me see, a magazine. I love what this page says. I'll put it up so you can read it. Like that. This is the other. I love these colors. Those colors that are like peachy, but they're peachy green, peachy pink. I love those colors. Here's another little collage and more of that ruffle. So there's plenty of room to write. I mean, I made sure that I left a lot of blank pages so it's pretty and functional. This is the back of that magazine. More journaling space. This is all tea-dyed. This, I figure you can tuck a little something here if you like. This is a printable. This is from a paper collection, and I don't remember which. I'm not going to remember because I think it was the last bit I had left. Here I have a little collage in this little corner. And what I have here is a doily. a little gold trim, a little piece of vintage paper, and this is one of those Tracy Fox labels that I like so much. And then on the other side, I just bend the little heart over, and on the other side, I try to carry the same little collage idea. Okay, and now we're reaching the center. In the center, I have a glassine bag. That's what this is, a little bag. On this side of the bag, I did a little collage. Let me bring it up. I made a little collage with some of Tim Holtz tape, another Tracy Fox little label. Then when you open it up, I have another little collage here. I love this color. I know this is ruby and pearl for sure. I love this color. Love, love, love. And I love how these glassine bags, I'm sure we all do, how they turn out so pretty. Here I did a little ruffle, and this is just a little tag that is from a printable also that I backed it up with music paper. And then on this side of the glassine bag, I have two vintage pictures that I found somewhere, and I backed them up. And then in this little pocket here, I have a piece of wallpaper and another little printable, and that just goes in this little pocket. I'll put that in there later. And then here, this is the other side of that paper that I love, and here's that vintage hanky. Look how beautiful that looks. Look how fragile. It's like almost thin, like paper thin. That's how old this is. I love it. So I made that into like a little tab. I'm on the hunt for more of these old looking doilies. I have a few, but you know, we always want to have a few more. This is the back, so pretty. This is a printable. This is a little tuck spot that I went ahead and I put a tag. One of those tags, a little printable. And then this little notebook that we did together on another video with a little bit of that sari looking material that I found. Okay, more, see all the journaling, plenty of, I'm a writer, I like to write a lot, so I am super conscious to make sure that I leave enough room, so it's not exactly a writing journal, but you can write a lot. Here I did a little collage that I really like, right down here. Let me see if I can bring it out for you to see. I put some of that vintage doily, a little bit of crochet, and this beautiful little stone thing. This came off a bracelet, and I put it on a black little safety pin. Okay, another blank. I love this. Look, I love this color, the pink. I just love this whole page so much. Just looking at it makes me happy. Another little ruffle up here. The back of that page that we saw in the front. More of that magazine. That magazine is just such a happy magazine. I love it. Here's some of that pretty sari. Down here, more of my book. This is just a little tuck spot here, and I have a couple of little printables. How does this open up? Opens up like that. And it's plenty. You can journal in the back. You can even tuck more little private little notes back here if you like. Here's the back of that printable. I know this is ruby and pearl. I'm not sure if this is, but I know this is. It's so pretty. Another little tuck spot. And I have this pretty little wallpaper. I just added a little bit of that vintage little trim. I'm saving like every little snippet of it. It's like gold, so I save every little snippet of it. And these are two really pretty printables. It's hard to find printables with red on it, or at least it was hard for me. And I don't know, I don't think this was a free printable. I'll look it up and I'll let you all know. And that goes in here. And I love how frayed and that looks. What else we got here? More journaling. I mean, actually you can journal all around here. Look how pretty. This is the back of the magazine. I added a little sari. More, another little piece of that. More of the blank page. And then here is those paper clips that I did with the alcohol ink. They turned out pretty good. Look, a little bit of greenish kind of greenish, but at least it's not silver anymore. I like how that turned out. And then I have a tiny little charm here that I like. We did this together. I like how that turned out. So I just clipped it on. You can remove that, and you know, you can put other notes back here if you like, whatever you like. This is the back of the magazine page. More blank space. This is a printable. This is another one. I think we did this together too. Like that. And again, one of those clips that I alcohol ink, which I'm going to do more because I really like how that turned out. And what else? I had a little bit left. This is the back side of that tapestry material, and I love the back side of it. This is just a little permanent collage that I made there with a ticket and one of those little tags. And the back, you can just journal. Plenty of room to journal. This is that, we did this together on another video, and this is how my little clip turned out. Not bad, huh? See, not bad at all. And this can be, you know, you can remove this, and I mean, this is not necessarily Valentine's. Love is love. And then on the back side, I have a little ticket and another picture that I found somewhere, and a little bit of the Tim Holtz tape. Another printable. This can be, you can flip out, you can turn it into another flip, or you can turn it into a pocket, a little side pocket if you want. This is the other side of that magazine. Look how pretty, the little hearts. Yep. And this is the back, and this is the back. I did a little collage here and there. And then up here I just have a little button. So, yep. That's my flip. I hope you like it. And like I said, I have 2 of them, and I'm going to be putting them up soon. And I'm really liking this whole boho happy color thing. Like I said, this is the first time that I'm doing this, and I'm really liking how it turned out. I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching, guys. God bless. Bye-bye.